Did you know that we have the ability to see you, especially out in the wild in public? I do take pride in myself for my discernment. And today that's something we want to expound on, to teach a technique on so more people can utilize this in their daily virus. We noticed that somewhere along the lines of AI being developed, as far as artificial intelligence being developed, somewhere along the line, they stopped developing the human mind. And that's where the oral traditions, things passed down from the elders that were crucial to improving, creating, sustaining, and maintaining life, is now a lost art. So, in the wild, with this gift, if you're out with a significant other, or whomever it might be, we can always look and tell if you're in love, if they're in love with you, if you're having the best sex of your life, or you're just trying to look that way. And hopefully today you'll stay with me as we take this journey to open our minds and our eyes. Y'all, meat is so good. Ideal meal. We've been trying all day. Oh, yeah, put it there. This is brittle water with frozen strawberry ice cubes because we fancy. And you got a migraine today. So we are going to do this here. I only have about half of it left anyway. So cheers to that. And do y'all see me nice? Ah! You got stylish. Me just had to. So one of the things that me notice just in society is the fact that me not gonna say common sense is a lost art. Me gonna say that discernment and wisdom is a lost art. And those are two things that me feel like that not only Jah bless me with, but so multifacetedly so to where it's interdimensional. It's so crazy. Me aim to, even if I can't personally imbue you with the gift to the acutest sensitivity that me have, we can at least give you the technique so you learn how to delegate and discern for yourself. Now, with it being said, me stated previously that you have to, well, no, that me can tell. If you're out in the wild and me just look at you and say you're with your significant other, unisex, does not matter, creed, color, religion, me have the sight to see if y'all in love, if you're happy, just general things. And me notice that what comes innately in me, a lot of people don't know. And we implore you to stay with me during this series of sharing techniques from my spiritual gifts, just so you can protect and fortify not only your mind, but also to deal with things that arise on the horizon. Now, me do want to say that me Jaja the Zeitgeist, and this is me baby Zoe. Hey Zoe, we're just chilling. We have been playing all day. Pero you guys tired from playing, yelling, screaming, building, Jano. So we're just gonna get into it. Me do know that after meeting him, you wanna know why do me sound this way. Now, you keep nation Jamaica, she did my hair. So don't y'all see a shit. And yes, this is all I hear. As you can see, the Lord blessed us. Because when he makes one, he don't stop with you. He blesses your whole bloodline. So that's just the question you're gonna ask me, and yes, that's ours. Ain't that good? That's what happens when you have connection with the Lord. That's when you really do have connection with the Lord. So Gloria a Dio. So, me Cuban, Haitian, and Jamaica. Me speak 5 different languages. Creole, Patois, French, English, Spanish. Okay? Now, you rarely hear me speak French, and that's because me know, and this just game between me. Me know when people see me out in the wild that me, a powerful person, just me persona, the way me astute, me stand, you just seen a celestial in the wild. So with that being said, if me would say something like Vision One, she think in the mind like, oh Santa Ramo Poco, she's casting spells. Now me in love, this lady has all me money. Mm-mm. So I me speak preferably more Espanol. Porque it just fits me audacious, sensual, exotic, like me get to roll things, me get to be just ostentatious, audacious, bold me. So that's the reason why me love it. And me Cuban Nation Jamaican, me 3 types of islander. Afro Latina. It's raining God. Let it rain. So we back here. Aquí estamos. Estamos aquí. You gonna learn things, so now we back. Ora aquí. Here we are. So that site is not exclusively just the ins and outs of people's lives. That's a prime skill to know how to read a room, to know who's liable to bring a gun, who's liable to shoot, what to do in these situations. All that comes from discernment. Discernment is a pillar in me wisdom. And Jah blessed me so graciously with the art of wisdom. And that's one of the things that's probably why apples, it looks like that. It's because although we can spend our whole lives just studying this one thing, this one precept, we'll never know the full scope of it. We'll never know. We'll always know just 1% of what could ever be known. That's the general curse of knowledge. Pero aquí, we're here. So, okay, we gonna build or no? She not used to me giving me attention to anyone else, so y'all. Okay. We gonna play and we gonna talk. This discernment, it says in the Biblia that it's stronger than any two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing the sunder of the soul and spirit. And me can't see that because to see that is part of being omniscient, and me can only see, feel, do anything that the Lord allows me to. So my view is just for me what I'm seeing at that time. His omniscience. However, the Lord gave me discernment so much so that I'm able to tell salt from sugar by just looking at it. Salt and sugar from just looking at it. And you took me blending, but not. That's how razor sharp your discernment has to be. Porque your whole vida rests on that. There's always precursors, there's always clues, there's always, what do they call it? Foreshadowing. There's always something to tell you, right? Intuition is another one of the pillars, but that's in otro episodio. We're going to find a technique for that. Technique. Why me messing and honing in on technique? Me trying to explain the fact that, as any wise person can tell you, you can accomplish, do, or achieve anything as long as you understand the technique behind it. A lot of people don't know that. But you do. So technique, as long as you figure out the technique, you can be professional at anything. Because that's what usually the professional hours lean on. Yeah, you see. So it's about half learning the technique and then the second half implementing the technique and making it your own. To where the technique is so natural, everything that is performed thus after the technique is flawless. Flawless execution. Pedal bop, we hear, we hear. Take what out, okay? So, discernment, solitude, technique. The technique behind sight is seeing the full, is seeing the full picture. Porque you need to see the whole picture, you know. You got to. You got to. A lot of people only see God in the picture. They only see a cropped out version of the picture. You'll have to hone and real deal learn the technique of seeing the whole picture presented in front of you. We're going to take a video recently, and this is what spurred me to create the series of techniques of spiritual gifts for people that may not be in tune yet or is learning to be. Me came across a video where Kevin Gates said that he had noticed Savannah James and LeBron James both, you know, in the video, he's getting ready to play for a game, whatever the case, and he noticed her lackluster, much to my dismay, a lackluster response to King James. Gloria Dio, El Rey King James. Baby, see the thing. Gracias, okay? Gracias. Just see the thing right now, okay? Lo siento. So, in the video, you see everyone screaming his name, shouting his name. Other women are gawking at him. His wife, not him. Now, or we can say that's just a glimpse in time. Maybe she had a lot of teens on her mind. Girl, man, that shit on anything, you know. You gotta take that into consideration, right? Pedro, we're gonna raise you. What he said, because it piqued two things in my interest. It showed me that other people don't have a sight of spiritual gift or just observance. And two, a lot of them were living in denial. Porque what he was saying was so frank. A lot of people aren't keen on that. But I'm going to tell you again. Don't think it was the messenger. No, me don't think it was the messenger. Me just feel like it wasn't you, Kevin. It was the fact that they just could not accept that from you. And that's okay. But we're going to revisit that. Because Kevin is an elder. Y'all need to respect Kevin kids. It don't matter what people do in their life. It's the acquired wisdom and how they implement it. But we going out of that. So, Do me believe everything he said? That's up to contemplation, rumination. Pero aquí, he said that if you look at the way she's looking at him, if somebody looked at me like that, they wouldn't be good. Basically, in paraphrasing, it was basically just the thought of a woman not looking at her mate or her significant other or unisex, whatever the case, them not paying as much attention, if not more, to you when you're in that light, when you're in your moment, whatever the case. No. No. So with that being said, they want you to, and if you just escuchar me, if you just listen to me, once we're through with this series, you'll be not only fully keen with your discernment, me talking about shotgun, touch treated, that's me. Me talking about shotgun laser focus. If you just give me the chance to explain in terms that you can actually research, and these are all things that the Lord told me I didn't have to research. But I'm grateful that whatever the Lord tells me, if it's not researchable, that means I'm not in jail. And everything He's ever told me is always true. Permanently back to. So, I want you to, in this video, just welcome me in. You and I are out. We out. You ain't ever had a babysitter. Since this guy came out in my vagina, it's been like this, can't you tell? Me and she, together always. Okay. So, you and I are outside. On her, because she's always with me. Cambian, gal. Me Louis Tiffy. Me Moncher. But you know me, gal. Moncherry. Just like it ain't plantain. Well, it's not plantain. It's mountain. It's plantain. Mountain. Pero me say plantain. Pero me can do that. But, because I can do that. I'm not penis, so me love peace. Pero, estamos aquí. So, we're out. All three of us. We chilling. We see this couple. No matter if they're whatever creed, color, religion, whatever they are. We see this couple, right? We see this couple. We see this couple, and you ask me, oh, Jaja, what you think about them? I'm going to tell you the first few things I'm going to look at. And if you don't believe me, me implore you to try it out for yourself and tell me in the comments how you feel. First off, we look at eye contact. Verbal and nonverbal. And especially on other people. Porque you don't realize that if someone really loves you, no matter who's around you, they're going to be a big spot. Right? Let me say that to say for instance, we see you all and 12 people came up. And person A is talking, person B is standing there. The person B is doing this. It's alright, tell the end of it. They already let me know that they're not interested. Me don't care how long they've been together. Me don't care what these people come in my face and try to tell me. And you're like, how How you gonna not know these folk and tell these folk how their life go? That's the reason why you don't have discernment. That's the reason why you have to keep conmigo in me living room on the floor and me setting me baby design with our 2 trees that she took our mind from. That's why you're here. It's so me can tell you why I need to do stuff. Me to do that person, be it on that person, porque anytime someone and you want me employ you, me charge you, think about it. So anytime someone's talking in a relationship and they're around a group of people, and that person is not actively looking at them while they speak, if they're not caring about nothing they say, they're not laughing in their jokes, they're otherwise scanning the room, trying to find the next person that they can figure out, you know, whatever the case. You can look at people and tell by their body language how they feel. So if person A is just sitting there have the crowd storm, just having a great old time. And you just see person B is just halfway engaged, not really looking at them in their eyes. They don't have to be scanning the room. You can see the obvious disconnect between them and their person. Now, we're going to raise you. We're going to show you what it looks like when somebody does love you. Same instance, we see the same couple get approached by the same 2 or 3 people. And person B, while person A is speaking, they're like this the whole time. Oh, let me show you from the side. And bonus points if they look like they believe it so much and they look to the audience, yeah, and they do that too. That means that whatever that person's selling, whatever bullshit they sell, that person only stands beside the guarantee it. They see just they feel like this person end all be all, the next coming to Christ. You can tell by the way they look at him. Just awestruck, just in love, and you catch them. If not talking in front of other people, once they leave. Yeah, once they leave. As person A is leaving and person B, don't look at them as they walk off with the sweet or sour face, like, damn, where they go? They don't want to be with that person. If you see someone and they walking out and you see a person get right back into the groove, they was waiting for that motherfucker to leave. That's what. So that's one of the ways. Is eye contact. How they look at their person as their person is speaking, and how they look at them when they're walking away. Okay, baby. Okay. We just So, you say, damn. You can deduce all of that. You're just looking at somebody whilst they're speaking and their person is talking. Yeah. That's how you can gauge if an audience here likes you. If you've captivated an audience here. That's how you can tell if you done had somebody fucked up. So when you look them in the eye and their microaggressions, how they look, how they feeling, you got an instinct. 3rd pillar, you gotta know your instinct. It's not my baby. It's not mine. It's just over. Just put everything in the So, I know y'all been tired of me saying so. Pero, she been trying to make saute and me can't see y'all with the bruh. You know, what's going anyways, it's how they look when they're speaking. Now, if you have a public facing couple, we can talk about entertainers, celebrities, we can talk about the common person. The common person or the common couple who are everyone knows they're together, right? They may be kind of quiet about these situations, the true situation. They will already anticipate these microaggressions, right? Because, see, the people that me just stated previously that have microaggressions everywhere, nobody's paying attention to them, but me and you. Me letting you know that, okay, they're not aware, they're not aware, and they're not in the pursuit of keeping up appearances. They're just living their vidas. Now, people in politicals, the church, people of the community, pillars, people that are real deal pillars of love, whatever the case, they will do things to keep up the look. So now we have to go past some progressions. Because that's not going to get these type of people. These type of people are a little bit smarter at the game. And we do have to be smart at the game of guarding that about them. They're being manipulative to what they're exuding and to you, the person. No, we don't have to know everyone's business. We don't have to know if this person's secretly doing this and this person's secretly doing that because it's not paying our bills. It's not fucking us or funding us, or feeding us. So if it's not doing those three things, it don't matter. And if it's not bothering us, it don't matter. Me giving you these insights, not to use against these folks and call out your sins, but to start seeing truly what go on in the mundo. Because if you don't see the little things, how are you going to anticipate the big ones? Psychology is truly a study of a person, their mind, how it all intertwines. Let me have somewhere we was going with that. That was a tangent and a segue, but we're going to segue back to that one in a while. Human patterns. Psychology is human patterns. And I apologize if in these episodios me not as streamlined and as concise as me usually am. It's just that we just letting the ideas come to me instead of me already being on cue. And that's how I know it's from the Lord. Gloria a Dios. So, Gloria a Dios. So, everything the Lord told you to research, look in the book. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. Gracias. So, me and her go back and forth all day. She's only child. She's the only child. It hangs low, so it gets low. But anyways, estamos aquí. So where we at with it? We're telling you that psychology really truly is a study of just human patterns. You got to start seeing these patterns for yourself. If you start looking at microaggressions and how people look at each other when they think no one's looking, that's your first insight into discernment. Because they're going to tell you they feel a different way. They're going to make it seem like it's a different way. For instance, you see when Diane from Boston and her husband, you know how long, it's crazy to me that people around them knew, right? Didn't know whatever the case. But the majority of the world didn't know. We got to get better on that. Do we do we not see the signs? Do we not see the minute, the tallies, and how things are operating in order? No, we've lost that as an art, and that's what episode 1 is about. Is the art of discernment. Learn how to discern salt and sugar before you taste it, and that's not a spiritual thing, although it is. Message. It's a physical thing. You should physically be able to look at a BC well, the BC, some sugar, some salt. And be like, I know which one is which without touching. That's how sharp your discernment is, how much you should aim for it to be. How precise, and divisive it should be. Okay, if you don't have no discernment, you really, truly don't know the truth about anything. Thusly, and lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. People are deceptive by nature. But the usual person that's not media trained, that's not entertainment trained, don't know how to keep up appearances or keep these microaggressions in check. So it's easy if you open your eyes, and we implore you. And even if you do see something, we got to prepare you for this. And that's when we give you this prayer. Let me pray to God as He opens your sight, He protects you. Porque when they see that you see them, they don't like being seen for real. So at first they will play you. They will act like you don't know what you're talking about. They don't act like you don't know what you're talking about. All you do is just wait and let it play out. Lastly, we're going to give you a one-on-one guide to know if somebody's fucking someone good. Right? It's a bonus tip. You see a couple, no matter their creed, color, religion, interchangeable sex, and it's not their PDA. It's how they look at each other. Like if they look at each other at all times like they want to fuck, and this ain't even got to be a couple. Cheers to that. Yeah, y'all going. If they looking at you, or you catch someone looking at someone, like they want to fuck the shit out of you. In relationship or no, it's very cute. That's one of the easiest things to know. That's one of the beginner level things that you can start with your intuition. Knowing who's attracted to you and who's attracted to whom. It behooves you. You see if a man's unhappy, he'll buy a woman's whole body and then walk past me and be like, damn, that is the ultimate woman right there. No. You built this lady. Please stay with her. Ay, santo real un poco. We're going to leave it there. God be with you. God bless you. And come back and see us sometime. I mean, we still going to be here, fabulous, playing with her. Cake. Cake, yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle.